Welcome in, everybody. How's it going today? Hopefully everything is going pretty smooth for you. Welcome in. All right, cut that off. Okay. Hello, my name is Marcus. I am your host. You can call me Marcus or AKA-E. I don't care what you call me, as long as you call me baby. You know what I'm saying? I am the host for today. Going on. Oh, I got Miss Shanti in the building. Hey, Miss Shanti, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Heard your little one was sick. Hope she gets better. Hope she gets better, man. Yeah, how is everybody? I don't know about y'all, but my children had spring break this past week, so I was going out and I got a chance to hang with family. Had a great time. Went to the beach, and went to the mall. Got some man. I got my Ninja Turtle shirt on because I was thinking about my mom. Man, my mom wanted to get me some shoes. I seen the Ninja Turtles. She knew that I was a big Ninja Turtle person. I used to play with Ninja Turtles all the way up well into my teens. And yeah, that was my thing, right? Ninja Turtles was just my thing, and it was great, man. Miss Miss Ashanti says, everybody about to be sick. Tell me about it, man. Oh, Mr. Trappy in the building. You're what up, man? Yeah, so, I was going, I wanted, I seen the Ninja Turtle shoes. She knew I liked the Ninja Turtle shoes. She was about to buy the Ninja Turtle shoes. Okay, and I'm gonna let you guys know, me and my mom we have a weird relationship when it comes to getting things. Okay, I don't know. I am a lot different, I think, than the rest of my siblings, because I'm okay. Like, I'm not really a materialistic individual. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not really a materialistic type of individual. She wanted to buy buy me some shoes. And I'm just like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm all right. And then not only that, but I'm like, man, like the amount that they want for the shoes, I'm like, hey, man, like I can't even justify spending this amount of money. Let alone having you spend this amount of money, man. Man, listen to Mr. Trap, man. Trap in the building said, hit that damn like button. I might have added in the damn, but but yeah. So and I just couldn't justify myself, so I couldn't justify my mom doing that too. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and I'm like, no, I'm good. But she was very persistent in making that happen. Wifey shut them shoes right on down. Oh wow, hater in the building. All right, man, let's go ahead and hit her with it.
Man, hey.
Yeah, all right. Usually that's Lee. But apparently Shanti's gonna start that off. Miss Shanti's gonna start that off early with the hate. But yes, she she wants to buy it, and I'm like, man, I'm different from the rest of my siblings. I think the rest of my siblings would be like, yeah, get that. Matter of fact, add that on top of it. I'm just not a very materialistic individual. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm cool. If I can't see myself buying it, I can't see somebody else buying it for me. But I had to meet happily in the middle, so I got a shoe that was a lot cheaper than the one that we was trying to get. And so it was a win-win. I was able to get some new shoes, and she was able to buy me some shoes. So, and it didn't cost a lot of money. So yeah. But yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that story, but yeah, I like Ninja Turtles. Okay, point blank, period. All right. What else we got going on? Oh, for those who are new, we do usually news around this and things that's going on in the atmosphere. On Sundays, the last Sunday of the month, I usually have an open panel where you can come on. We can talk about whatever. I'll pick out some topics just in case no one wants to say anything. I'll end up doing that, picking it out and everything like that, and have a little bit of something to talk about. But it's open to anybody that wants to come in and chop it up with me. And that will be actually next week. All right. So you can come in next week. You can come in and you can chop it up with me, and we can make it do what it do. All right. If you can, please hit the like button. They say it helps the algorithm. I get to see a thumbs up go up if I'm watching. I get to see it go up, and it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and I appreciate you. Thank you. See, I just seen somebody hit it. I just seen somebody hit it. Thank you. That made my day. Okay. And my days ain't been too good lately, but it's been some turmoil here, but never mind that. The show must go on, so that's what we gonna do. All right. So let's get right into this thing. Hold on. Miss Shanti says, wifey shut them shoes. Oh, okay. She already said that. That was old. Okay. All right. Thought I seen it jump up. All right, so let's go ahead and get to some of this getting into, man. It is kind of wild out here in these streets. All right. Where's my thing at? Okay, there it goes. All right, yes. So, all right, man. I know Mr. Trap was in the building. I do have several veteran individuals that are normally around me in the circle. I know that some individuals know exactly what I'm talking about when I mention the shaving waiver. Okay, so for those that do not know, which is going to be explained a little bit later on, basically it has to do with shaving, right? So you shave, and what happens is some people have real coarse hair, real curly hair. And the hair ends up going back into the skin, creating bumps, irritation, all that good stuff, right? And then not to mention, whenever you go to shave again, you're going to probably hit those bumps. They're going to leave them open, all that good things, right? Well, there's a question of if the military is being a little bit of this or displaying a little bit of discrimination in regards to the new regs and them possibly kicking out individuals for having shaving waivers. or at least not even having shaving waivers, pardon me, for possibly, I mean, it's really just having the condition, right? Which, let me note, mainly affects people with high levels of melanin in their skin. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at somebody explain it, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
The United States Marine Corps just implemented a new policy that could lead to the discharge of Marines with pseudofolliculitis barbae, or PFB. And if you don't already know, it's a skin condition that predominantly affects black men. So PFB occurs when tightly curled hairs grow back into the skin, causing inflammation and painful razor bumps. Typically, this condition is exacerbated by shaving, making adherence to the Corps' strict grooming standards a little bit challenging for those Marines. So under the new directive, Marines will undergo a 4-stage treatment plan aimed at getting them back into grooming standards. And the plan includes periods of no shaving, the use of different types of treatments, and in some conditions, laser hair removal. Now, during the course of this treatment, some Marines may receive temporary shaving waivers. However, if there's no improvement after 1 year, the Marine may face administrative separation due to incompatibility with service. So PFB disproportionately affects black service members who make up about 50% of active duty, but represent approximately 66% of those with shaving waivers. And with this new policy, it could directly impact their careers. Now, the Marine Corps does emphasize that every effort will be made to support those Marines through different types of treatment and recovery before they consider separation, with an aim to balance out individual health needs with mission success. The policy underscores the Corps' commitment to maintaining high standards while addressing the unique challenges of its diverse members.
All right. So I don't know if this was actually a foreshadowing in I Am Legend. I don't know how many of y'all remember I Am Legend, but in one of his flashbacks in his dreams, they were leaving out of the city. And they were loading up into the car to leave. And one of the, I think it was probably Army. I think he was part of the Army. But one of the individuals like, man, I can't get used to the new regs. Because he had pretty much almost like what I got right now. But it was a little bit shorter. But yeah. So, yeah, I don't know if that was a little fruition or not. But now there's an issue with that. Now, let me mind you guys, okay? For those that do not know, all right? A projectile from your weapon does not go any faster or any slower if you have a beard. a slight shadow, right? Nor does getting hit by a round hurts more or less, depending on the length of your beard. Okay. So it'd be interesting to see. That's what's that? Finesse for real. Do your year and leave due to razor bumps and get benefits. Yeah, you can get benefits, I would assume, for it. I don't know how much you would get for just razor bumps. That wouldn't be my advice. I'm sure Mr. Trap will probably give you that advice, being that he was not in for that long. But my advice would be definitely wouldn't be just to get out, do a year and get out because of that. You're not going to get a lot of benefits for that. But yes, and again, I don't know if this is a discrimination, being that this affects this group. Because don't get me wrong, I don't know if he was completely white, but he was a white boy. He wasn't black. And he got a shame waiver. He was like, hey man, look, I got my shame waiver, dog. I'm like, hey man, more power to you. So it doesn't just affect, black folks. It affects all people of different, dependent genetics, really. You know what I'm saying? So, but being that it does, largely have to do with black people, I wonder if there is a push for some reason to get this type of situation done. Because I mean, if a large portion of that group, because like you said, I think you said the numbers of how many people were in there are made up, black people made up in that service was maybe 15%, but it affected a larger number of that group. The majority of that group was affected. So I don't know if it's a push to push people out. I don't know, because you got to remember, you got the whole DEI thing going on, right? Where people are thinking just because you're not white, you're not qualified. You know what I'm saying? If you're not white, you're not right for the job, right? And if you're in that position, then it's simply because you are a person of color. So I don't know if it is a ploy to try to be like, hey man, let's get them out so everybody can have. They want everybody to, you know what I'm saying, they're looking for an imaginary standard in a world full of diversity, is what it seems like to me, and I don't think that that's achievable. Because number one, the military, as far as I believe I remember hearing, is not at its all time capacity. Right? It's not like they are overflowing with people to where they had to start now letting people go. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the numbers were going down or were down at some point. So I mean, if they got the, if if you want to lose the war because of some razor, or we have it'd be I guess officially it'd be racism, but if you want razor bumps to be the thing that kind of tips the scale a little bit, then go ahead. But these motherfuckers ain't. I mean, if we being real, let's be real here. People ain't jumping to the military like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's TikTokers, streamers, gamers. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the benefit? You know what I mean? Like, there's no longer that patriotism. It's all capitalism now. So I don't think that there's a large group of individuals that's fighting to get in anyways. If you, especially out of the white community, I don't think there's a lot of them that's fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's going in there trying to do that. They over here trying to, get TikTok famous. So I would definitely think I don't understand the push for this. For them to try to push people out because of razor bumps, because they might try to say, hey man, you won't be able to don on your gas mask or something. But no, I had my gas mask on quite snugly, so I don't know what would be the reasoning behind that. Because you still have to keep it down at a low level. It's not like you can just come out with a full Rick Ross on. You know what I'm saying? You actually still have to keep it pretty close and I think the only thing is you can't trim it up or nothing like that, but you just have to keep it at a certain length. So I don't know. I think this is a ridiculous thing, but I would like to hear what you guys had to say about it, man. But yeah, that's oh man, oh shit. Let me tell you guys. Okay, everybody has basic training stories. All right. And here's my embarrassing basic training story. All right. I'm going to tell you guys because you guys are family and I know you won't tell anybody. So this will be between us. All right. Let me make sure ain't nobody on Facebook listening in. Okay. I don't think they're. All right. Dude, I don't know what happened after this, but I can't remember any other one, but I remember my first shaving at basic training. And I remember it because it was my first shaving. Right. So during the going through, the recruiter and all that stuff, I was talking to them, and then I think they gave us a list or something like that of things. If you had a good recruiter, they'll hook you up. They'll say, all right, man, you need to have this, and this. All right. So, I went out, got my shaving cream, got my razors, got, towels, deodorant. They, one of the things was, hey man, don't get a stick deodorant, right? Because you got to make sure that the stick deodorant is clean. So every time you use it, because you can get an inspection, they go over there, a lot of people's getting dinged because deodorant was in the top, around it, whatever, right? So he was like, just get some, my recruiter said, hey man, get some aerosol spray. So I ended up getting some aerosol spray. I think I ended up having to switch over to a stick deodorant because I think that's when like the huffing and stuff was going on and people was trying to get high off of aerosol, so they wouldn't let us keep the cans or whatever. But yeah, so I had all my stuff ready to go or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And nothing is like that first introductory into boot camp. For me, it was, I think we got off of the bus. And then I want to say, I can't remember. I think we were in front of the dorms, but I don't think we went into the dorms. This is Air Force, by the way. Air Force on Lackland Air Force Base, training base. But yeah, I can't remember if I went straight to the dorms, but I ended up somehow in processing, right? So you go to improv. Now this is, it's nighttime. It's pitch dark. I'm somewhat cool with it because I graduated from San Antonio, so I was used to the San Antonio weather area, all that stuff, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm back home. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But this process is new. So I'm getting on. You got these individuals yelling you off the bus. You're getting off the bus. I can't even remember where we went to first, but I know I was getting in process. We had to sit there, stand there, all this stuff going on, giving our name, Social Security. That's how I learned my Social Security number. By the way, I didn't know my Social Security for the military. And then I was like, oh shit, that became the number I'll never forget now. But then I was going through the process, right? And then somehow I remember, okay, we're going back to the barracks, right? All right, so we go to the dorms, all right? And we end up, oh, what up, man? Jakar Lee, he went in around the same time I did. Hey, Trap, what's the play? All right. So we end up getting into the dorms, and we're trying to find our spot, right? We're facing our locker. What's your locker number? We're giving them our locker number. Right? And it's just a lot of shit going on. A lot of noise. Loud noises, okay? Just going on. Shit banging, shit getting thrown. Motherfuckers getting yelled at, slapped down. It's a lot of stuff happening. And then what happened after that? And then next thing I know, it's like, yo, it's time to go to bed. All right? Get in your bed, right? And I shit you not, it went dark. It went quiet, right? I think I slept, but it felt like a blink, right? It felt like I just blinked. And next thing I know, I'm up. Right now, I'm hearing people yelling, people coming in, hurry, 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 right? And I'm like, oh shit. All right, what the fuck am I doing here? I didn't even get no good sleep. I swear I just closed my eyes. So they're like, go in there, go shave, I'm like, all right, man, cool. I already got my stuff. I went and got my and I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking this, right? I never shaved before. Put my lather on. I'm probably putting it on too thick and shit. I probably got this big ass goddamn glob on and shit like that. And I go to shave, and then next thing I know, I took skin. I took a whole lot of skin with that shave. It wasn't just hair in there. It was just like I looked up and then the little skin was just dangling out my razor, and I was like, oh shit, right? Normally I'd probably be like, help me. Can I get some help? But it was a lot of yelling, a lot of noise going on. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. They busy. I just kept shaving. Kept going. I didn't want anybody to notice me. So I kept shaving, man. And sure enough, I'm in the line and some TI's coming by and he's like, oh, he makes some kind of sly remark about my cut, my cut that I had. But yeah, it was a terrible experience. And it took me actually a while to even learn about, because I was shaving and I was getting irritated. I didn't know anything about this. I never used a razor before. It was just unnatural to me. I just never used it. I came proficient at using it, but then I noticed that my skin was breaking out. And I didn't even know about it until I went to my active duty base. So once I got to, because I think I was even in tech school, and I still, I don't know what I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, hey, man, you can go get a shaving waiver. I didn't know that shit. So I don't think it was until active duty and even a little bit of time after that, because once you get into your permanent duty station, you're in processing. You're getting to know the base, the people, as well as you got to learn your job, right? You got to get these things called CDCs, and you got to go through your book and you got to learn what your job is, right? So you're learning, you're doing a lot of things, and it wasn't until like later on somebody was like mentioned it to me, and I was like, oh shit, and I went and got a shaver waiver, and I even forged some. I was a little dirtbag. I don't give a shit. I even forged some goddamn shaving waivers as well. Like I just went in there and just finagled some shit. And here you go. Bloop. But yeah, I learned that you can just go to the doctors, get a shaving waiver, and do that. So the fact that they're kicking people out because of their genetic makeup is a little wild to me. But how is she going to get them out of the service, I guess? So yeah, that was my little fun fact for those that don't know. Hey man, I don't know how many of y'all have if you grew up, I think it was in the 90s. It had to be the late 90s, early 2000s. Probably early 2000 release. But there was a show, man. It was called To Catch a Predator. Hey, you tell them what you want to tell them. I'm saying what they gonna do to me. To Catch a Predator, yeah. And they would have people pretty much, for those that do not know, who are maybe younger or didn't catch the show when it was out. What would happen is that they would have law enforcement online pretending to be underage individuals, right? And they would talk to people online, and people would, send them things, request things, sexual things or whatever. Eventually, it would get to a point where it was like, hey, can we meet up? Type shit. I'll bring you some cookies and some gummy worms, right? So they would go in with their McDonald's in hand and their pizzas and whatever prophylactives, because that was a big one. They was like, you said you're gonna bring some condoms. Did you bring them? And they would go into the house, or they would have somebody like a decoy, is what they called them, that would act like they're the individual who they're coming to meet. They'll say, hey, come on in. They'll come in, and then next thing you know, from around the corner comes Chris Hansen, or I like to call him Chris Handsome. All right, he would come around the corner, and he would ask all these questions and all these things, right? Da 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 da, right? This very popular show was going on. One would possibly think that if you're of certain age, that number one, you wouldn't be doing these things. But number two, maybe you ran across this show. All right. And you might have learned to stop soliciting people on the internet, especially underage. No, this still is happening to today, right? There is an individual, a Republican, who was just busted for this very thing. Let's take a look at it.
Tonight, Justin Eichhorn is now a former state senator. That's because he resigned his seat today, just hours before he appeared in federal court to answer to a child enticement charge. The Republican's resignation came as his own party threatened to force him out of the office.
Fox 9's Mike Manzoni was in federal court in St. Paul this afternoon, and Mike, Eichhorn did not say much.
Kelsey and Randy, he let his attorney do most of the talking, but he did tell the judge that he understood the allegations against him. Earlier in the day, the Secretary of the Senate read Eichhorn's 3-sentence resignation letter out loud in the Senate chamber.
Governor Walz, I am resigning my seat in the Minnesota Senate for District 6 effective immediately. I must focus on personal matters at this time. It has been an honor to serve in the Minnesota Senate. Sincerely, Justin Eichhorn.
And this is Eichhorn's mugshot taken when they booked him into the Hennepin County Jail Tuesday night. The FBI says the 40-year-old tried to pay a 17-year-old girl for sex, but that girl was actually an undercover Bloomington police detective. It all started when police posted bogus sex ads online as part of an undercover sting. They say Eichhorn arranged to meet with that detective, who he thought was that underage girl, on Normandale Boulevard in Bloomington on Monday, and that is when they arrested him.
I'm over. I see you over there, Steve, on Facebook, man. He said, wait a minute. I thought you wasn't going live on Sunday. You're fired. Where's cousin Shanti at? I need to vent. What up, Steve, man? Welcome in. Good sir, man. Give Steve a round of applause over there. All right. Jakar Lee says, he he gets to resign. I don't think he had any choice really, because he wasn't going to be able to govern from behind bars. So I think that it was just something that just had to happen. So yeah, I don't think he really had too much of a choice. But yeah, that's what's happening, man, and it's crazy because especially with the Republican Party, because the Republican Party is one of those individuals that are the party that was like for family and things like that, right? And then like they touted the abortion ban as well. So it's like it's kind of crazy that they would be over there kind of doing that type of activity. But you know what? It's really not surprising because I don't know if I covered it before on here, but there was a guy who was strictly against gays. He did not like gays, man. He created bills. He voted on bills to be passed that disparaged the gays and all that stuff. Republican senator, and I think he was a senator. He might have been in the House. I'm not sure, but he was against them, man. He was so hardcore against these guys. Then this individual got busted at an airport restaurant. I mean, not restaurant, but airport bathroom where apparently, I guess it's something on Grindr or something. I don't know the lingos, but apparently what you're supposed to do at that time was tap your foot up against a stall to get service. And he got caught tapping his foot, trying to get some action out there pitching woo on the job. So it's not too surprising that sometimes stream stop because of an internet connection. Do you want to? Okay, so I think I can still go on YouTube. I think I might still be on live YouTube. Let me check and see. I think I'm live YouTube here. YouTube, we back? Come on. Okay, there we go. I think I'm moving around. All right. Yeesh. All right. I don't know where I left off at. It dropped on me. So I'm not sure. Not sure what's going. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. I think my internet is dropping on me. Something told me to freaking recycle it before I even got on. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain the smooth stream. Yeah, so it might be my internet here, and I'm not sure. Not sure. Hold on. Let me see here. Chat disconnected. Please wait while you reconnect. Crap. Something about the internet speed, I think, or my internet's crashing on me. You know what? This has an. Let me see what this does. I swear this had an internet test on it. Did it have a test on it? Stream. Hey, P, are you with me? Oh, yeah, we have a church. We ain't going nowhere. Stump. I don't know. I'm a little lost here. Let's see. Open widget. What does the widget got to do? Okay, my connection is poor. Put a one in the comment if you're still with me. Okay. Y'all getting this story. All right. I don't know what the hell what's going on here, but y'all about to get this story. I don't know if I gotta. Y'all getting this story. Hold on, man. If I gotta reset this. Because I think I'm still in here. Hey, somebody put a one in the chat. If you put a one in the chat, I'll keep going. If not, then I'm a refresh and then come back. All right, I don't see a one. I'm gonna go ahead and oh, there goes a one. There goes a one. All right, so okay, all right. It seems like we're back in here. Okay, internet dropped down. I don't know why it dropped, but it did. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. I don't know why I did that. But it's not a bad idea to refresh. Okay, you think I should still do it? All right. Well, I'll do it. I'll end this. I'll refresh it. And then we'll come back. All right. All right. Hold on.